Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yesterday, several people, probably a lot of people didn't feel it if you were outside working, but about 10:20, there was a 3.7 earthquake. It hit just south of Ukiah, and so it kind of jolted the office. And it was big enough that we all stopped and laughed, and we could feel it. I don't think the workers outside felt it at all, just because you're outside. But then, sitting in my cabin in the afternoon, there were fire planes going over a lot in the afternoon. I looked online, and there's a fire up in the Trinities, so they were assisting that. Then got up this morning, started walking down, and I was like, I noticed one of the madrone trees was really sparkling, just looked metallic. And I stopped and looked at it and realized, oh, it was raining last night. And realizing that several people are camping right now because of everybody coming in, and just really struck me just impermanence. It's like, especially when the earth starts moving underneath your feet. It's like we think that there's a lot of, everything's impermanent, but at least the earth is solid. At least the earth is something I can depend on. But when that starts moving, then it's like, So it's good to see these things and to bring them in. That's just an external kind of an obvious sort of wake-up call, but the impermanence is about everything. All things are impermanent. Just looking at our mind states, our moods, our physical body, our attitudes, views and opinions. And when we really start to see that those are impermanent, it's nothing to get attached to. I think the Buddha, probably in a different context, but uses the analogy of sort of like drawing pictures in the sky with your finger. It's like they just vanish as soon as you do it, or it's completely, doesn't even happen anyway. But kind of fantasizing that we're doing that. So it's good to have constantly bringing these kinds of reflections up. And some level it can be kind of depressing, or just sort of unsettling. And so at the same time, I always try to have a little bit of awareness of the beauty as well. And so like this morning, as I was walking down, noticing where the rain had hit the ground where it hadn't, and I just noticed how quiet it was. There's actually some turtle doves on the other side of the valley, and the birds were starting to sing, and I just stopped and listened to it for 5-10 minutes. Just the only sound I could hear was maybe the wind in the trees and birds. And I was like, this is so beautiful. And just taking that in. And the other night we were doing the chant of the sharing of blessings. And we do that. Been doing that chant for 20 years. And every once in a while, like a line will sort of jump out for kind of differently than you've ever heard it before. And for me, it was just the line, until I realized Nibbana. And it just sent a shiver down my spine when I read that, chanted that, until I realized Nibbana. It's like, that's making a real statement. It's a powerful statement. And I realized that, everyone in this room, that's why we're here. That's what we're working for. And it's such a powerful thing to be able to know that and to state that so beautifully. Until I realized Nibbana. So I'll leave that for our reflection this morning.